But anyway, I've got a big old piece of Buffalo River Chert here. It's heat treated. I'm not sure how far this color goes into it or not. It might be about the end of it. But it should be a nice piece of material nonetheless. You're not going to be laying there. Nope. Ain't happening, Captain. Alright. So, as I was saying, nonetheless, it should be a nice piece of material. Let's use this copper, lead-filled copper, to try to biface this thing. And maybe I'll try to make a big old Snyders point. I haven't made a Snyders point in a long time. That might be kind of cool. Make sure I got you guys honed in here. It's a skill set in itself, just being able to frame or film this stuff and keep it in frame. I was going to hit that square on that cortex there, but I'm going to take that off. Might as well knock away those delicate edges there. Now I should be able to make contact right on that flat surface, right about where that dark dot is. And drive this mass off right here. For this, it'll be easier to do on my leg because I can't really it's hard for me to get my fingers all the way under there and support that and then get it tilted up at the right angle. So it's easier for me to just set it on my leg and give her a whack. Well, I nailed it. It was a dead bullseye. I hit the little brown spot I was aiming for, but it's kind of a bump there. It's kind of a high point. So that creates strength on that surface. Any kind of bump or ridge or anything. That's why that didn't allow that to go. I'm going to go ahead and hit it again. Just hit it a little bit harder and maybe a little bit lower. Try to hit it back a little bit right in here. I'm going to really pull up into the strike. When I hit this thing, I'm gonna pull with this hand kind of and lean into it so it gets the weight of my arm and left hand and everything. Really kind of locking all that in right now. Imagining that strike, how that's going to feel, and I'm going to try to lock all that in, that surface support. Man, it still didn't go. Gee whiz. Okay, that flake broke, but this thing might not got as much heat as it needed. I think it was just that surface right there. It was just the way that was. It was kind of a bump and a ridge, and it was just not letting go. You can see the copper deposited on there. But you guys can see on that edge where how that surface was I was hitting on. It's kind of a bump, or a ridge actually is what it was, coming off here. I could have probably took one little flake and corrected that and flattened it out, and I wouldn't have had that problem at all. That thing would have went. Now there could be cracks and stuff in here, but I don't think there is. It'd be hard to imagine there isn't after hitting it like that. So I'm gonna check. Yeah, there was stuff in there, definitely. Zoom you all back out. Come on, Tara Brad. Kind of takes a fine touch to get those flakes off there and get that edge to roll over without step fracturing them, or, you know, breaking them off. But if you can get to where you can turn that edge all the way and make it steep from the other side like that, it's really superior to taking a coarse abrader and just knocking it all off there. It won't leave you that clean of a surface as the copper will once you get used to it. And then especially if you hit that with an abrader, you know, after you do it, you can really get a nice surface, flat platform there to remove a lot of mass. This stuff, the Cortex, flakes about as well as the Chert does, which is nice. I'm going to try to bring this edge up enough where I can drive back and get rid of this Cortex. A lot of times if you get it established, the steepness established on one end, you can kind of walk it down. You can kind of walk that edge on down. It'll give you that steepness you want. Now I can take a series of 3 or 4 flakes and just get rid of that Cortex there. Not that I absolutely have to, it's flaking pretty good. Okay. So I've been trying to do less of this and more of these small flakes in preparation, because I think the little flakes are just as important as the big ones, for sure. I just didn't have enough juice behind that first shot there. I think I can get another one to come off right here. Maybe even, might even be able to work my way all the way along this edge and not have to zigzag or anything. Edge gave away on me there. Man, this stuff is heated nicely. Just about perfect. It'll get glossier than what it is right now. Although this side's pretty nice. It's still out next to the Cortex over here too, so I'll probably gloss up a little bit more as farther I get in. Just always working on beveling these edges back and forth. They're just, you know, the whole time you're napping, your edges are just, you know, they're going like this. And back like that, and then like this, and then they'll be blunt, and then you're always turning the shape of that edge, depending on which side you're wanting to take your flake on. Oop. I listed a bunch of my work for sale. Did a little video and posted a thing on Facebook. I never did count how many pieces were in there, but I sold the whole case again. If somebody bought the whole collection. So I got to get busy. I got like 0 inventory right now of points. I got a few good ones. I gotta make some more. Just made a little E-notch a minute ago. Oh, oops. This thing turned out pretty good. It's kind of pretty thin. Pretty wicked bevel on it too. That's some heat treated Buffalo River. That one's fresh off the pad. Question is this color gonna go all the way through this bad boy? Kind of like to check it out and see. I got a feeling it does, but that's just my optimistic optimism. My optimistic optimism. It's not wanting to show me. Noodle, it's not wanting to show me. Oop, hit that one a little bit high or far back. I caught it way back here, I think. See, that's creating some big ridges and stuff here where I can remove even more mass further in now. But I got to really kind of be confident in my swing here and kind of put some power into this one. So really drive it across there. Getting slicker. Come on. ahead and bevel that edge back this way. Maybe get a couple in here. Try to flatten this off back here a little bit first. Might be a good idea. Probably shouldn't have did that. So now I've got all this damage right here. I need to get rid of that stuff. Or I could come up here and hit high and try to just undercut it. But in this case, I'm getting rid of that material anyway. Just kind of visualizing that fracture going through there and getting my angle set, and just, you got to follow through so it peels that material off there. Come around here to the back end, turn that edge, try to drive some of that mass off there. I say we were making a Snyders point. Yeah. If like somehow made it up around that step fracture and it didn't cause it to break off there. This big belly that's going on right now, the way this edge is kind of swooping down, and I got all this mass hanging down low down here. This is a good opportunity to really remove some mass or do some thinning. When that presents itself like that, and you got a big belly and that edge is hanging way down, and you got enough edge thickness and steepness, on this side of your edge, you can really remove some mass across like that, because it's just it's exposing itself, especially when you start at one end and take a smaller flake and isolate an area this way too. You can really flatten a piece out quick, and then once you knock that belly off there, then you come thin this side on the tip and the base a little bit, and this thing will be straight as an arrow head. You gotta kind of be real straight in on them though when they're hanging down real low like that. You want to have a glancing blow, but you want the energy to drive that fracture straight in, because if not, they will step fracture on you. But when it works well. get organized here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to save much of the bullseye. Might keep a little bit of it. Might have a crack right here. Something going on up there. Yeah, there's an unreleased flake or something in there. I think I got it. Really? Try to come off this corner and drive some of this mass off the back here. It's a good way to thin pieces and preserve your length if you thin off the corners across the base like this. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can get 2 or 3 shots, which isn't the case here. Here we go. Man, I wasn't supporting that thing. I'm lucky I didn't break it at first shot. I wasn't supporting it enough, nearly enough. Did you see the piece jump when I hit it? Kind of risky business there. That thing could have went, that fracture, I'm lucky it didn't go this way and cut the corner of that off. Kind of riding along the edge there. Sure thinned her out though. Man, I love this stuff. This heat-treated Buffalo River. It's really forgiving. I noticed that first time I napped it when I first started napping. I bought some from Seth, and I remember it was like, this material is letting me get away with stuff that I normally it would be a disaster. I've heard other people describe it that way as well. Michael Stafford, I think. I heard him describe it that way. The Danish dagger guy. Actually, if you guys aren't aware who Michael Stafford is, check him out if you're on Facebook. He's on the flint napping groups, on Art of Flint Napping maybe. Check him, find him there. He makes some killer Danish daggers. Some real beauties. I was lucky enough to meet him. I caught him on his way out at Flint Ridge napping last fall, I think. Yeah, last fall. Caught him and said hi. I think I might have gave him a piece of Fort Payne or something. Or Horse Creek, maybe. A couple pieces of Horse Creek. I don't remember. Starting to look like something. Got a big old lump up here. Get rid of that lump. Man, see, that gives that edge just right. It's a much more clean surface there when it works. Just kind of picking away at it right now. I need to be being a little more deliberate. I don't know if you guys could hear the difference in that the second time I was supporting it correctly. It's a totally different sound. Take an extra second. Turn that edge a little bit. That'll really line me up good to get in there. Start thinning that out. Probably get one more to go right. Actually, let me take just a little one there. That'll really isolate this mass right here. Sneak in there and get a hold of that one. Come on. Starting to kind of look like something. Downsize my bopper here. Setting up continuous platforms right now. Just taking my strikes right off the edge. Trying to get a little convexity back right there. I didn't mean to get into it that far. Try to correct this symmetry, get ahead of it. Get ahead of the problem, it won't be as big of a problem, maybe. Kind of struck into the edge quite a bit on that one there. All right, guys, I think I need to get up and stretch my back a little bit. And I'll try to do a part 2 on this thing a little bit later. But if I can get it done without breaking it, it'll be a pretty one. This material's really nice. Nice to work, too. I still got lots of this stuff available. If you guys want to try some of it. It chips real nice. Real nice. Real nice, Clark. It's real nice. All right, just a quick little video for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Not a quick one, really, 41 minutes. So take a while to upload. So yeah, I'll do a part 2 before I notch this thing. We'll either do a Snyders or Lost Lake or something out of it. Getting pretty thin. I used to have a set of calipers here. I'd get the width to thickness ratio, but I'm not. It would definitely take me a minute to find them. So I'll end this one here. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.